Hey, I just want to quickly make a video showing you how to create a form that's importable to Google Classroom so that your students can create tests or you can create tests or homework assignments or anything you want to use it for. On the Drive page, I'm in the Drive page right here. And if I go over here to the new, you have several different options of what you can do. If you hit more, you can hit Google Forms. So right here, I'm popping up to Google Forms. And in Google Forms, now you have all the options that are available to you that can make it quick. So as a teacher, the most important one is this. It is right here in this settings option. So you got to hit settings, and then it brings up several different options for you. Go to the last one. Now, what I've been told or what I've read is that you have to be attached to a school Google Suite account, but I've been able to do this on some private ones. So I think that it might be something that private school teachers can do as well. If you don't see this option, it's probably because your district or school is not attached to the Google Suite account for educators. But you want to hit the quizzes option. Now, there's several different things. In our school, we have Google Chromebooks for each student. And so if I turn on this lock mode here, it allows for the screen to be completely locked so the kids can't slide out of it into another screen to play games or to Google answers or whatever it might be. It's going to simply just be a way to control their screens. If it's homework, I learned you cannot have this on because they will not be able to access it from their cell phones or home devices. So make sure you keep that in mind. You can release grades immediately after each submission, or you can hold on to them. I use this sometimes as a warm up when students are walking in class. I have a 3-question vocabulary thing that I'll do or something like that. And so I will remove this because I want them to be engaged when I import grades in front of the class and we talk about it. And also it kind of limits the cheating that can go on back and forth. And so you could also remove this so that students will not know. You could even leave their grade on, but remove the ability for them to see their missed questions. And so this way they can't go and pass those answers around. So it's really done a good job of moving it forward so that students do not end up cheating. In the presentation page, you have a couple of things. Sometimes I'll have really long assignments or tests. So I'll put this progress bar on. It kind of keeps their sanity so they know that there is an ending point and that they're getting closer to it. Or you don't have to do that. The one that I do use and highly recommend all the time is the shuffle question order. And that is because it allows for every student when they open the form to have their questions in completely different places. And this way, it just mitigates a lot of cheating that can possibly happen. And it also really makes sure that a kid just ends up focusing on their own, especially if you have time limit, like you give a 10-minute Google form assessment or something, because they're worried about that time limit. They don't have time to have those side conversations. You can have right here side confirmation messages. I usually put right here something like, please put all Chromebooks on the shelf. I'm typing this all out so you can see it, but you get the idea. So when you're done, apparently I can't type when everyone's watching, but when you're done, please put all Chromebooks up on the shelf. And so this way, as soon as a kid finishes a quiz, especially if it's at the beginning of class, like a warm up, then I don't have to give out directions and I'm not yelling out the direction over and over again while someone else is trying to test. So it really kind of mitigates a lot of talking as well as allowing students to still work independently and getting those things done. So I think it's a great option, something I'd highly recommend for you. Over here, keep this collect email address on. I used to take it off. In our district, the students have an ID number at ourschooldistrict.net. And so I used to take it off because it was so pointless. I wasn't going to look that way to get their information. But I've since realized that this will stop the scores from coming in. So don't remove this because it's the way that Google Classroom reads importing scores. And that is kind of a big issue. All right, so you can restrict users to only the people in your district, or if you want this to be something that maybe you want to do as homework, and for some reason, parents, if they have a Gmail account, it's going to be the primary account on that device. And so sometimes it just allows a student to enter a assignment without it being limited to being a district account, but the other thing that you can do is hit limit to 1 response. And this way you get that first initial grade. I've had students that, if I don't have this on, they will just submit it, get a 0, see all the right answers, and then go back and try to resubmit again. So this is a good way of limiting that. If it's an open-ended type question, maybe not multiple choice, and they're going to need to come back several times to fix it, put on the edit after submit. Once you put on the edit after submit, it allows them to come back and finish off wherever they left off. So if it's a long assignment that's going to happen over some days or maybe a week, this is probably an option that you want to have on for them. So this way they can come back and edit the same one instead of going back and forth. Whenever you're done, of course, please make sure you hit save. It is a very important option. Okay, very quickly, I'm going to go through a lot of this form in another video. But I just want to show you the last thing that I'm going to say for this video is title, title, title. Whatever your title is, please make sure that it matches up here. This is where it is the most important, because this is going to be the file read. So sometimes you can have, I can title right here, and for some reason it will not copy to this top one. And so then when I go back to import the assignment on Google Classroom, it's kind of a mess because it'll say, you know, blank or assignment 1 or no title, and I can't remember. So make sure that you have these two working together. It's going to be the best way to kind of keep that going. So any other questions that you have, I'm going to go ahead and in my next video, I'll do all the stuff about how to set up questions, but I want to keep these very specific and small. I know that you're very busy, you don't have all day, and so I don't really want you to have to sit through a 30-minute video just to get the 5 minutes of information you need. Please let me know in the comments if you have any better suggestions that we can share out with each other, and also if you have any questions about things you'd like to see. Have a good one, and I'm going to figure out how to stop this video. I apologize if the ending of this is going to be awkward.